fact is that, according to Delta State gazetted laws, there are only 5 ethnic groups in Delta: the Yorubas, the Igbos, the Ejos, the Shekiris, and the Isokos. There's no mention of Benin. There's no mention of Yorubas or also within Delta North.
Apart from Delta North,
yeah,
there are those who say, and you might be touching the wrong nerve here. In River State, for example,
yeah,
there are Igbos there.
Oh, of course, yeah.
The Ikweres.
Opobos.
Or the Opobos,
they're everywhere. Igbos are everywhere. Igbos actually.
So if you create, for example, are you hoping that they will join the normal state, or a normal state is going to solely from your proposition and the literature that they have put forward, is going to be solely from the 9 local government areas of Delta North?
Look, initially, my bill was centered around the 9 local government.
Ojukwu, got his constituent assembly to give him the go-ahead to break away from Nigeria. And of course, then because of this tense situation, we have to find a way of resolving that problem. And this constituent assembly statement became almost a threat to the breakup of Nigeria. We had to do something, to remove, that what causes that fear. And politically, I thought the only thing that we should do was, to create, to break up the, all those regions, and to ensure that, no region and now new states would be too big to be a threat, to the unity of the country, and the fear of, the fear of that domination by one particular, state will no more be a threat. And so that became the new states, that the new Nigeria that we wanted to have.
All right, Mr. Chinedu Michael, let's continue from where we started. We're talking about a US-based African European coordinator of this very wonderful organization, talking about the Organization of Emerging States, that they are planning to have a joint recognition of Biafra as a nation. And do you think it's a thing that the Biafrans should celebrate about, or is a thing that they should not really rely on?
It came into limelight in 2024, to be very precise, yes, and happens to be one of the recognized advocacy and legal chambers of the Biafran government in exile under Dr. Mazi and Simon Impa, And during that period, he was known to be the Washington coordinator of Organization of Emerging African States, and that's what the organization is all about. It's not primarily, a charity organization or an NGO sort of, but it was actually powered for the reason of self-determination, and you can see very clearly that they command influence among African nations as at that time. But a resolution was submitted in 2024. This organization actually did to AU, EU, and of course the other American countries that is under American policies and control. To an extent, he happened to be the sole coordinator and representative of emerging African states in Africa in Washington. So Dr. John Levy a few days ago with about some American citizens, a good number of them, and of course we also learned that there were an inclusion of the American Jewish communities, who were at that press conference, at that meeting, where it was actually agreed that the resolution of 2014 has now been passed by our Organization of Emerging African States, and they have finally agreed that upon recognition of Biafra as a sovereign a nation or declaration or publicly and officially by any nation around the world, that it is likely the organization is going to get African states, countries, to recognize Biafra officially. It was a very cheering news, as you can listen to the man in that video. But there was something very interesting. A lot of people might not want to know actually, is that they said they have obtained relevant documents and they have officially presented it to a relevant organization within the African continent, especially the EU and other relevant bodies associated to other organizations linked to the United Nations, stating clearly that a referendum has been conducted in Nigeria, and that in that referendum it was very clear that the Biafrans have voted for exit from Nigeria. That is what remember, this movement actually started in 2014 for people who does not know, but with what is going on now, he made it very clearly that the mission has been achieved, document achieved. I remember too, look at what happened in Hague a few days ago, where yes, Hague Convention in Netherlands. I'm talking about the Dutch Kingdom, where there was an official presentation of Biafra as a nation to begin to enjoy international security and recognition and the time. So these things are moments where you begin to see a light, as David would say, at the end of the tunnel, there's light, That means actually the takeoff of this nation we are talking about today is going to be very great, and not only the greatness alone, it will be powered by so many nations. This is not going to be, like I said before, other countries that have also recognized Biafra in 1967 or 69 or thereabout. 67, let me just put it that way, have not renounced Biafra as a nation. Then we are having it very clearly under Organization of Emerging African States currently now, who has their headquarters in Washington. And Dr. Levy is saying, addressing the whole world, that there's nothing like referendum. The referendum has come and gone, and they have conducted and they have proved, which they have tendered to African countries currently now, waiting upon the time when there will be official or recognition of any of these nations. For the instance, the American government might decide to say we are recognizing Biafra, declaration officially made, or Israel or any nation, Italy, Australia. I'm talking about nations who are already involved, are waiting for the right time and the right opportunity. Or when I say opportunity, maybe waiting for the actual right time or an agreed time or date or year or whatever, when they have concluded all they needed to be concluded, bilateral signed treaties agreed, business and all the rest of them agreed. Then Dr. Jonathan Levy is saying that they were presented, acknowledged by the EU, waiting when this thing will come officially. Then don't be surprised, we are going to hit up to 27 African nations endorsing Biafra at any official recognition by the powerful world leaders or powerful nations in the world.
But sir, don't you think that the factor and the influence of Nigeria can at least hurt that global recognition? Since Nigeria is known as the giant of Africa, don't you think that the Nigeria might try to lobby, just like we saw the way the government went to lobby a US firm about $9 million for them to not proscribe Nigeria as a terrorist nation, sir? Don't you think that Nigeria, being the giant of Africa, would want to use that power to like lobby?
Nigeria has actually lost relevance within the African continent, the African nations, especially the AU. You can see at the breakup in the African continent, we are having the Sahel region, and we are having other African states coming out together to form confederation, to form a confederate union, outside the AU. So Africa as a whole has continued to break, into pieces as a result of bad leadership, especially in AU. And you can see that most of the aid that are coming to African AU and of course United Nations officially has been withdrawn. So this powerful advocacy and forums and organizations, are the only people, the worldly people who are interested in what is going to talk, what is going on around the world, especially when it comes to nations or countries advocating for self-determination. These are reliable organizations that the world want to seek their opinion on. So Nigeria does not have a direct influence on, they do not have a direct influence, on issues like this. They do not have a direct influence on what have happened in Dutch Kingdom, in Netherlands, where document conventions and of 1907 has been agreed. They already signed that, So that's when you begin to take these things to relevant authorities, bodies, and others, and all of a sudden a nation is being recognized, then because that is the only thing that is waiting. Recognition is what we are talking about. Not Biafra is already existing as a nation. It's already existing. It
but does not have recognition.
That is what we are advocating now, and those are the processes that will be that needed to be done, or relevant organizations, that will power the nation. Because it's not a matter of recognizing the nation. There are other things that are required: the airspace, the maritime, the bilaterals, the international relations. Those things are boundaries. And all those things are very, very territorial waters, boundaries. So at every point in time, the world will know, okay, this is the territory of the Biafran region, or the Biafran country, or the Biafran government, and these are the territorial shares of the nation. Very important. So, and that is why we are seeing, making it very clearly that that era has passed. No more referendum. What we are waiting for now is official, and at any point that is being carried out, we are looking at about 27 African nations, recognizing, supporting the different
northern, excluding the northern region of the continent. Like you have Mali and Co. are saying they are not in support of this.
No, it does not matter whether Mali is in support or not. Mali is not in support. What is important is what is the organization presenting on the table. Are they presenting Mali? They are not presenting Mali. Are they presenting? Look at Morocco is already backing Biafra. If you don't know, yes, Morocco is already doing that. And other countries are already eyeing that. And I can tell you, we will not have any problem with Egypt in that. Most countries, like they say, 27 countries. So there will be no issues in that regard. Whether any country is backing out or trying to align with whatever he believes or not. No, what is important is that we have come to a point, and we are beginning to have prolific engagement and documentation with relevant countries and bodies responsible for self-determination. That is my point.
Don't you think that Mr. Levy, by any chance, can compromise the struggle? Because we know Nigeria to be a very good country that can lobby, that can go extra miles to achieve their set goals, their targets, and their aims. Don't you think that the Nigerian government would want to find a way around that to get that lobby done, so as this whole process for it to be recognized in Africa should be stopped?
Dr. Jonathan Levy passed this resolution and has been on it since 2014. Since 2014 has been on it.
But now we have a president that can go extra mile to achieve that.
That's what I'm telling you. So, if they have passed a resolution, what is the result of the resolution? The result of the resolution is what he's announcing now. 2 years or thereabout, 3 years after, he's announcing it now that we have come to that point. Everything has been fulfilled. There are nations who are already on the standby, waiting for the right thing to be done, and they will go ahead recognizing the sovereign state of Biafra.
But,
that's what he's saying.
Is the president of Nigeria briefed about this?
We don't need to hear.
No, we need to brief.
They don't need to brief anybody about it. Let them go and find out themselves what it's actually all about, if they actually know what it is. But I can tell you, the movement currently now, the way it is going, I think to an extent, the Aso Rock has been totally disarmed. They do not have anything to do again. Yes, even trying to push Bianca Ojukwu to a certain point, you can see that it was giving a left back when he visited Jerusalem or Israel, trying to buy time over time again, according to the agenda and mission they sent him there. But it collapsed completely. And the world is moving away from this reality of whether Nigeria is going to do that or not. No, they are not longer interested. You can see the ambassador, Israeli ambassador position in Nigeria. You can see other countries' position in Nigeria. You can see American position in Nigeria. You can see Western world position in Nigeria. So the whole thing is aligning because these are the advocates organizations who are going to be present and who are going to talk to world leaders. These are lobbyist organizations, powerful NGOs, people who can put their foot on the ground and tell the world this is what it is, that every requirement and everything needed for a possible kickoff of Biafra as a nation has been fulfilled. And that is what Dr. Levy is telling the whole world. It's a good news, it's a good one.
The world listen to them.
What are you talking about?
When you speak about the world, US is in support, Israel is in support, but the major G7, the Italy, Germany and co are not in support.
Bro, let me tell you, when America supports, all allied forces will join. Remember, I repeat, all allied forces will join. Anything that, because it has been an ongoing, documented and agreed treaty, immediately after the Second World War. Any step American takes, Japan, Saudi Arabia, name all of them, they are going to follow in that direction. So, no matter, of course, that's what it means. 100%. And see, if you come to an independent nation, one of the tiniest nations in the world, that is, Iran is 6 times, is 6 times of Israel. So yes, of Israel. So if you bring Israel 7 times, is Iran. So, but you can see how powerful that the narrative is changing gradually. It's not a matter of who you are before, but of who you are. But I can tell you that it's not possible that Israel is the current superpower in the world now. I can tell you that. Yes, and they are saying in the Knesset parliament that this is the direction we are going. And this organization, having observed the body language of world leaders towards recognizing Biafra, and that is why they are busy making sure that everything is being straightened up, documented properly, treaties are signed, agreements are made. Thank God we have gotten to that level.
Thank God we have